As Apple celebrates their 50th anniversary, most people today think of Apple as a smartphone company. If it wasn't for what we called at the time microcomputers, we wouldn't have Apple and their iPhones today. Remember, they started with the Apple I, and their first successful mass marketing product was the Apple II series. With advancements in Apple Silicon, they've been making huge leaps in computer technology. We have some great MacBooks coming early in 2026. I'll tell you about it. Hi, I'm Don Bullock, and welcome to the Tech iHound. In 2026, we're going to see some outstanding Macs, and maybe as early as perhaps Apple's March 4th experience in New York, London, and Shanghai. I'm expecting to see 3 new MacBooks based on leaks and rumors, or at least one early and the others later in the spring. This time around, not all will be getting an M series chip. To compete more effectively with Chromebooks and entry-level Windows laptops for the education market and users that don't use their laptops for high-end tasks, Apple is rumored to introduce an entirely new, more affordable laptop line. I'm thinking this new series is going to be called Plain MacBook. Apple stopped selling the MacBook model with the ultra-portable 12-inch Retina MacBook in July of 2019, leaving the current lineup solely to the MacBook Air and the MacBook Pro since then. This MacBook series, if that's what they call it, will reportedly use an iPhone class A18 Pro chip, which has been specifically mentioned in macOS 26 rather than an M series chip. This chip is no slouch. The A18 Pro's single-core performance approaches or even surpasses some of the earlier M-series chips like the M1 and even some aspects the M3, but it falls behind in multi-core and sustained workloads due to fewer cores and a lower power ceiling. It should, however, draw less power than the M1 series chip, which will increase battery life. This MacBook may feature a slightly smaller 13-inch LCD screen compared to the Air's 13.6-inch. But be advised that some think it might only have 8 gigabits of RAM, and it will also lack Thunderbolt support. It's also likely that this MacBook won't support any exterior displays. Rumors say these new MacBooks will come in several fun colors. Pink, blue, and yellow have been mentioned, similar to the colors to the iPad that we currently have. And Mark Gurman has recently even said it might come in green. Plus, of course, the regular silver, and maybe even a dark gray is possible. If this is true, this will be the first bright-colored MacBook since May 2001, when they stopped selling the G3 clamshell iBook, which came in 5 colors. And Bridget Carey on CNET even suggested that Apple could bring back that iBook name because of all those bright colors. The price is the biggest part of this story. It's supposed to be somewhere from $699 to $750, according to the latest rumors. The first time Apple has ever made a laptop with an MSRP of under $1,000. That's going to be great for a lot of people. So what about the MacBook Air and the MacBook Pro models, you ask? After all, together these two reportedly make up to 90% of the Mac sales for Apple. We should see a new MacBook Air featuring Apple's new M5 chip with significant AI boosts, keeping the same M4 design, potentially adding a new color, with expected performance gains of 10 to 15% and a faster GPU CPU. Yes, it's just a spec bump to help improve support for Apple Intelligence whenever that shows up. Most likely, nothing more. Predictions for the 2026 MacBook Pro point to an upgrade early in 2026 as well. we should see a current 14-inch and 16-inch display models updated with a faster M5 Pro and M5 Max chips, simply offering incremental upgrades to performance over the M4. But we need to realize that while some people think these upgrades are simply incremental, according to Quinn Nelson over at Snazzy Labs and Inyasa on X, just the basic M5 chip in a MacBook Pro universally outperforms the M1 Ultra in a Mac Studio. In the past, this would have been a generational jump, so adding Pro and Max versions makes upgrades like this unbelievable if you really think about the past. Now, Apple may not be stopping there with the MacBooks this year. A lot of rumors and leaks all seem to point to Apple making a major redesign in the MacBook Pro arriving between late 2026 and early 2027. Yes, another upgraded MacBook Pro seems to be coming. Some expect this to be a full overhaul and hopefully even slimmer and lighter in design, with an M6 and an OLED touch screen. Did you catch that? A touch screen on a Mac? Something that Apple executives have dismissed for many years and still just recently refused to discuss at all.
I have a few questions and we don't have a lot of time, so I want to do a rapid fire thing here. Clock is running out, but you get 5 words to answer each of these questions. Okay. Will we ever see a touch screen on the Mac?
Who's to say?
Okay. But as you know, I've long asked. You've got an iPad with iPad OS.
Love it.
You've got Mac OS.
Love it.
Yeah.
Why not? Why not think about bringing these two things?
Super popular and both doing great.
Never going to bring them together.
Some of the idioms of the Mac, they actually translated over pretty well. And so we wanted to be consistent where it made sense, but really embrace what's unique about iPad at every step.
So what you're saying is there's a chance you're going to bring these things together.
That is an interesting interpretation, Joanna.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
I still remember the slide behind Craig. I can't remember what keynote it was, but I think we put the word no in about as...
It was the biggest typeface we could find.
I'd like to take a moment to briefly address this question. No.
So the answer is no.
Yeah,
That's correct.
Do you have a Mac with a touchscreen in those buildings?
I don't see one.
So a second upgrade in the same year? What's going on? This isn't the first time Apple has upgraded a MacBook Pro and twice in the same year. The last time was in 2023 with the M2 Pro and Max in January and the M3 later in the year. So hold off if you want a chance at the rumored transformative M6 OLED touchscreen model. On just a personal note, that's exactly what I'd want. I grew up using a mouse and never mastered trackpad gestures. I'm also very used to a touchscreen on my M1 iPad Pro. A touchscreen MacBook sounds like it would be perfect for me. I'm hoping that the rumors and leaks are right. I might be even interested in one. And there are more Macs to come in 2026. Some are reporting up to 10 new Macs for 2026. New Minis, Studios, perhaps an upgraded iMac, and some are still saying that there's going to be a new Mac Pro on the way. More on these and rumored monitors in the future videos. So please consider subscribing to the channel for more rumors, leaks, and news on all the devices for 2026. It appears that Apple will be celebrating their 50th anniversary in a big way. I have more videos to come. Are you interested in getting a new MacBook? Which one? Do you think Apple will actually introduce a touchscreen Mac? Let me know in the comments. Over here are a couple of videos I think you might like. Please remember the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and click that notification bell. I greatly appreciate your support. Thank you all very much for watching.